Welcome to Appleby Academy. Hope you might be familiar with this face. Yes, your guess is right. This is Antonio Gramsci, the Italian Marxist writer and politician. You might have heard of Antonio Gramsci because he is the founding member of Communist Party of Italy, and also he is known as a neo-Marxist because he attempted to break away from the economic determinism of the traditional Marxist party. In this video, we are going to have a look on the two key terms or the two important concepts developed and popularized by Antonio Gramsci. The first one is hegemony and the second one is cultural hegemony. Both the terms are very important in order to have a good understanding of cultural studies. The first concept is hegemony. Antonio Gramsci developed the notion of hegemony in his work The Present Writings. So the question is, what is hegemony? Hegemony is the cultural, moral and ideological leadership of a particular group over the marginal and subaltern groups. That is what we call as a hegemony. Then another important thing that you have to remember while you are studying hegemony is that this hegemony or this leadership over this particular allied or subaltern group happens with the consent of these subaltern groups. That is what is called as hegemony according to Antonio Gramsci. The second concept is cultural hegemony. Antonio Gramsci developed the notion of cultural hegemony out of Karl Marx theory that the dominant ideology of a society reflects the interest of the dominant or the ruling class of that particular society. And according to Antonio Gramsci, the consent to rule the subaltern and allied groups is often achieved through the spreading of these ideologies by different institutions, and these institutions, that means religion, media, school, such institutions do the job of socializing the people into the beliefs, norms and the values or ethics of the ruling class people. So one important point that you have to remember under cultural hegemony is that the beliefs or the ideologies believed by a society will always be or will always reflect the interest of the ruling class, and this interest of the ruling class is achieved, or this interest of this ruling class is received well by the people of that particular society through these institutions. So the people who have the right over these institutions or the people who rule these institutions can easily achieve the goal of giving consent to the ruling class to rule this allied and subaltern groups. That is what is called as cultural hegemony. Antonio Gramsci then elaborates the theory of Karl Marx about the power of ideology. According to Antonio Gramsci, ideology has the power to reproduce the existing social structure, and by that ideology has the power to create this social structure again in the next generation. So that is the power of ideology, and this power of ideology is achieved or is reached in the minds of the people through various institutions like school, religion, education and media. In sum, we can say that cultural hegemony or our tacit agreement to the way the things are is a result of our socialization or our experiences with these institutions and our exposure to the cultural narratives and imagery, and all of which it reflects the beliefs and the values or the beliefs and interest of the ruling class. So that is all about Antonio Gramsci. So from net point of view, you have to look at Antonio Gramsci, the two important concepts of Antonio Gramsci. The first one is hegemony and the second one is cultural hegemony. Both the terms are very important in order to have a better understanding of cultural studies, and as we all know, cultural studies is an unavoidable module for NTA NET English because it was recently recently added by NTA in 2018. So that is all for this video. Thank you.